Welcome back to Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi. We are going to talk about the Transformers series, what we think, what we missed, what we liked, what we disliked, and we're going to start that off with our man Chris here. Chris, tell us what you think. Give us some baseline.
Overall, Michael Bay makes very beautiful packaged movies. But then it's that beautiful Christmas package, but you open it up and there's a stale waffle in the middle of it, and that's what I'm sorry. So
I can still taste it.
So I would give this series like a 3 out of 5. The first one was pretty good. I had some issues with it. That All-Spark thing was just really silly, and it's just really too bad. Michael Bay. This man is almost 50 years old, and he's paneling the camera up and down girls who are 20. So I think that's kind of gross. And the fact that you had...
I miss Megan Fox. Well, Where did she go?
Yeah.
Should have paid her more.
Yeah, and you know what? And to be honest with you, she was a lot tougher than Carly. But in the third one, they just added her in because that's Michael Bay.
It's part of the formula of those, is to have a TNA.
It's predictable, and it's too bad because if you look at Transformers as a source material, it's actually really good. And I mean, Megatron starting off as a gladiator, hating power.
Did you like any of the movies? I know you didn't like the last one.
Yes, it's interesting. It's an interesting thing because you got a movie franchise based on toys from a couple of generations ago. So it's like, well, who knows what these things are? So you got well, I'm 45. So you got Transformers, you got G.I. Joe, you've got He-Man, probably you got so Battleship. Battleship. When's there a Monopoly movie coming out? Mario Brothers. But the thing,
I thought there was a Monopoly.
But the thing is why? So when the first Transformers came out, I was like, well, what in the world? How could this be anything? And I was pleasantly surprised. It was a fun movie.
Absolutely.
It was, I liked the Bumblebee character.
It
was all good.
Cool.
And then they sort of subsequently, it's just too much more of the same, I guess. But I didn't see the third one, and
how did I missed it too?
But the last one, I thought the last one was just too long.
So where's the beef? What happened to LaBeouf?
You know what? They wanted to go in a new direction, and unfortunately, and I was excited about that. I'm like, Michael Bay's like, I'm going to take out all the penis and boob jokes and all that, and I'm like, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But then he didn't do it, and I think that. Spielberg is a great director, but he was wrong to ask him to do it because Michael Bay didn't want to do it at first because he thought it was silly. Okay. But as far as Transformers, it's a great premise because it's an emotional story. I don't know if you saw the 1986 movie, but Optimus Prime died, and not only did he die in a sad way.
The animated movie?
It was a tearjerker. It was sad, and and that's that was one of the things that I really liked about it. It did have a good premise about it. I mean, I know that I can't really get into it right now, but it was a strong story. And if they'd have stuck with what was the they needed the Energon to continue because they took the natural resources out of Cybertron, it would have been a lot better.
They made it more of them trying to kind of terraform Earth. It went from them taking us as slaves to rebuild Cybertron to them now saying, fuck it, we're going to terraform the Earth. And it's like...
That's a bit of a tired premise,
you're trying to kind of getting all over the place. Yeah. Now, like I was telling you guys earlier, what I would like to see them do is, if they do this fifth movie, but if they do this fifth movie, I would actually like to see like a post-credit scene with them trying to go back to the original story when they crash landed here and they were actually in stasis for how many?
4 million years.
Yeah, 4 million years. And you got the Beast Wars who actually were in between the story.
Yeah, but isn't that what this movie was a transition to?
Sort of. No. Not really. It was just bad writing.
Well, the other thing we were talking about earlier is how about a Transformers movie where the Transformers are the main characters and not these stupid humans who have nothing to do.
According to corporate America, we want the human element. We want the human element. And you're
the Transformers themselves are the human element.
These companies have bajillions of dollars, and they say Optimus costs so many millions of dollars. You can cough up the money to do it. Yeah, Optimus Prime and all of them take a lot of money. But you know what? They would have been much more critically revered. There's plenty of movies where there's like a ton of CG characters, and it's effective.
What's the swirling? Somebody tell me what the swirling is. The parts come out and they open up and it's like, okay, we're going to transition. Hold that just a second. I got to pull off my skin, swirl around it like a tornado, sharknado. No. And then all of a sudden come back and become something else?
It's CGI gone amok. It's just
Whose
because
idea was
because you
that?
can do anything with
They're
CGI.
Transformers, they're not tornado bombs.
Right. Because you can do anything with CGI, they will do anything with CGI without thinking about it.
Lots of liberty, and that's the way it is. But what made Transformers popular? As a male, you get 2 toys for the price of one.
It looks like the next one's going to be sort of a rip-off of Prometheus, because now Optimus Prime wants to go seek out his creators and why they wanted to kill him, which is the exact same story as Prometheus.
If he could fly, he didn't need to be a fucking truck.
Right.
Hello? He can fly?
Well,
He should be a fucking Learjet.
No, he could.
This is on you, brother.
Well, you've got a point there. And that was random because in the third movie he needed a jetpack. It was just bad writing because he can't fly in the original source. Some of the Decepticons can't, but Optimus Prime
But they're
can't fly.
planes. They're planes that can fly because they're planes. He's a Mack truck. They can't fly. They roll.
Transformers is a great idea that 1 was solid, 2 sucked.
Except for Megan Fox on the motorcycle with her
That
ass
was
up in the
hot.
air.
I don't even care about Megan Fox on the
Megan
motorcycle.
Fox. Yeah, that was.
I don't even care.
That was a good 5 seconds.
I can watch that vampire movie she was in, and you got Megan Fox. I mean, you can Google Megan Fox. Forget that. I just
Transformers 3 to me had the best action.
It did. It was remarkable, and I love that headshot Optimus Prime gave to Sentinel. Not only did he shoot him in the head once, he spun around and Optimus just blew a chunk of his robotic brain out, and then he had blood trickling down. And Optimus has got one arm. He throws down the gun in disgust, and he's all jacked up. Well, he gets his butt kicked in every movie, and it was just like yes.
But you know what? And then 4, I liked 4. You guys didn't. I did.
I would give 4 a 2 out of 5.
And that's what we have to say about that. This is Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi. We're going to a break, and we'll be right back.
You right. Some of them ain't coming back.
You said enough.